In 2025, a genetically re-engineered measles virus, originally created as a cure for cancer, turns lethal. The virus killed 50% of the world's population and turns 40% into vampiric, cannibalistic zombie-like mutants. The virus spreads through saliva, so the infection spread quickly, wiping off almost every big city. The few remaining survivors group together in colonies that are few and far between. Some lone wolves, often referred to as rogues, decided to attempt to survive on their own. Your name is Adam. You are the leader of your colony, which is situated in your city. You are very diplomatic, decisive, and an intelligent strategist, so you've earned everyone's trust. You don't have any unique survival skills, but you take pride in being a jack-of-all-trades and a quick learner. One day, you're notified that the colony picked up a radio signal from another colony in a nearby city. You know this colony and have communicated with them over radio before. You go to investigate the message. You learn that the woman speaking is a scientist named Tamara. She says that her colony were able to create a vaccine, and that she has a vial. She can make more, but her colony has been wiped out. They were in the process of testing the vaccine when her colony was overrun by zombies. She grabbed the vaccine formula and as much food as she can and locked herself up on the rooftop. She estimates she has a week before her food supply runs out. Extraction team. You decide to send out a team to extract her and bring her to your colony. You decide to be the first volunteer for the extraction team, and ask the colony members for more volunteers to tag along. Luckily, or maybe it's because you're taking initiative, you find that the majority of able-bodied men and women have volunteered. And so you pick your team, bringing along only those who can be useful along the journey without holding you back. You decide that a team of 5 should suffice as to still be able to move quickly enough. After all, you only had 1 week to get to Tamara's colony, which is barely enough time to get there. As for your team, Khalil is your first and easiest choice. He is ex-military amp, the only one on the colony who can use a sniper. He's not a young man, obviously, but he refuses to give out his age. It's quite apparent he's in his 60s though. It doesn't matter too much, he is as healthy as anybody else. Tahani, a registered nurse, who has provided many colony members with medical aid. There are other nurses in the colony, but Tahani is probably the only one who can make such a grueling journey. Not to mention she's the only nurse who actually volunteered. She might be useful to provide any necessary first aid any of you will need. Unfortunately, she can't use firearms at all, so you'll have to keep an eye on her. Sarah, a young gymnast who is the colony's designated scout. Her strong eyesight lets her spot incoming zombies long before the rest of the colony can. It might prove a useful skill, and her general speed amp, agility means that she won't be a liability, unlike Tahani. She isn't proficient at firearms, but Khalil taught her the basics and says she's a fast learner. John, a professional MMA fighter, he has a rash tendency to dive in head first, but you know he generally respects your authority, plus he's probably the most physically prepared colony member for this mission. Also, if you run out of ammo, he's your best bet taking out any zombie. Weapons and ammo. You brought along Khalil's sniper rifle, along with 22 bullets, which is all the ammo he has. You also brought 4 pistols, along with 94 bullets. You could have brought more, but you decided to leave the colony with some ammo as well to defend themselves against any possible attack. You also bring daggers for everyone, but you know they aren't that effective, and if it came down to them as your last line of defense, then it's not a good sign. Morale. This icon represents morale. You start with 5. Morale measures your team's overall spirit, resolve, sanity and mental health. If it reaches 0, you lose the mission. It drops by 1 whenever someone dies. You'll also have choices that could potentially increase/decrease morale. Food supply. This is a mission that should take 14 days, and there's 5 of you, which means that you need 70 food rations.